You are in direct violation of the bylaws. Unauthorized access to the dock before 7 a.m. is strictly prohibited.
I own the place now.
At sunrise, I found a fat brass lock chained around the wooden pier that reaches into our still water, and a board member was already barking that I was trespassing. The metal bit my fingers, and the air smelled like wet algae. This is a dramatized story, but the HOA tactics are real. Her heels clicked on the boards like a countdown. That pier mattered because it was the only place my dad could sit and fish after knee surgery. The shoreline is all rocks and roots. Marla waved a clipboard and said the association was taking control because residents were abusing amenities. A laminated notice was zip-tied to the rail. Two neighbors drifted past, eyes forward, pretending they didn't hear her. I tried the calm route. I asked for the vote record, the rule, anything in writing. Marla did that tight smile and said email the office. I emailed. Twice. Nothing. At the next meeting, people avoided my gaze. One guy turned his chair away. When I left, a balcony door slid shut behind me, slow and loud. So I stopped asking and started collecting proof. Timeline item 1 May 3rd at 6:01 a.m. chain on pier. I photographed the chain, the notice, and Marla's car parked across two spaces. I requested the written policy from the property manager. They sent a vague paragraph, so I saved it. Then I read the bylaws line by line, because bullies hate fine print. The bylaws were clear: common areas can't be blocked unless members vote and notice goes out ahead of time. No vote. No notice. Just a lock and attitude. I lined up photos, emails, and call logs in a binder. I sent a short letter to the board with dates and one question: who authorized this? I also requested the maintenance log, since Marla claimed the pier was unsafe. 2 days later, at 9:00 a.m., a neutral compliance officer from a regional oversight service met me on site. Marla arrived in sunglasses, acting bored. The officer asked, who installed the chain? Marla said it was already there. Then the officer pointed to a camera on the boathouse roof and asked for the recording. The boathouse owner, Quiet Ken, handed over a thumb drive. We watched the video on a tablet. At 5:58 a.m., Marla walked in carrying the chain, looked around, and locked it like she was sealing a vault. Then she snapped a photo of her own work. The officer didn't raise his voice. He said, "Remove it now," and tapped the bylaw section with his pen. Marla fumbled with the key while 3 residents suddenly appeared to watch. The same neighbors who wouldn't look at me before now had front row seats. By noon, a correction notice went to every mailbox: the pier stays open unless members vote otherwise. The next meeting had record attendance, and Marla sat silent, staring at her clipboard like it was a dead phone. A week later she stepped down, and my dad was back on the boards, line in the water, smiling at the ripples like they were applause. Funny how real power looks like paperwork, not volume.